Welcome back to Health and Wellness, a spiritual journey to becoming, where we learn the spiritual applications to health and wellness. This week we are going to be going over the belt of truth, part of the armor of God. That special privilege that we have in order to fight against the schemes of Satan. Let me give you two examples. We got a regular belt that helps just fasten your pants up so you don't trip and fall as your pants are falling down when you're walking. And you also have another kind of belt / brace, and that is to give you some support to your back, and that's what I'm talking about here. We gotta strengthen the core, and it'll give us the ability to stand up straight, upright for longer periods of time. It's important for balance, stability, resilience, resistance, and endurance. A weak core will obviously be the opposite of that. If you get accidentally bumped into, you will get knocked down and possibly break a hip. So with a stronger core, your body is able to recalibrate and adjust quickly, so that will possibly not happen. So let's see how this correlates with today's armor of God, the belt of truth. 2 Corinthians 11:14 through 15. Paul here is talking to the church at Corinth about these new teachers that have infiltrated their churches and trying to teach them all sorts of lies. And so here Paul is going to compare them to Satan. But I'm not surprised. Even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So it's no wonder that his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. In the end, they will get the punishment their wicked deeds deserve. Satan is the master illusionist and deceiver. He will present himself as the angel of light, when in reality he is a murderer and father of lies. And he will stop at nothing to keep us in that dark dungeon, chained up to sin as it devours every piece of us. Sin is disobeying God, either with our thoughts, actions, lack of actions, or attitudes. And Satan makes sin look so innocent, glamorous, and even appetizing. He lures us in deeper and deeper, and next thing you know, you're asking yourself, how in the world did I get to this point? 1 John 3:8 says, "Whoever makes a practice of sinning is of the devil, for the devil has been sinning from the beginning." The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the works of the devil. Yes, you heard that correctly. Jesus came to destroy the works of Satan. Only God's light can shine into that darkness and pull us out of the pit. Jesus is the light of the world. He is the way. He is the truth, and He is the life. He is God's Word made flesh. God's Word is to be our calibrator, our fine tuner, our filter through which we see life and live it out accordingly. And only God's truth can keep us free and walking with confidence in Him. Though the difficulties of life come our way, if we are fastened to that belt of truth, we will not buckle under pressure. A reflection question here is there a disconnect between the way you think and the way you do life and what you claim to know about God? Let's see what King David has to say in Psalm 119. Take a moment to pause the video here and read the entire chapter, 156 verses. And I will just summarize it in 3 verses, 103 to 105. How sweet your words taste to me. They are sweeter than honey. Your commandments give me understanding. No wonder I hate every false way of life. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Do you long to know God and His will for your life? Do you really yearn for His word to get to know Him? Don't allow Satan to keep you in that dungeon for another minute. Let the truth of God's word permeate into every part of your life and bring light into that darkness. And let His word be your guide, your comfort, your confidence, your strength. Our children and those closest to us, they can sense when there's a disconnect between what we say, what we do. So let's not remain blinded, defeated, enslaved by the lies of Satan. Put on the belt of truth and start running like your life depends on it, because it does. This week's challenge is pick at least 3 of these topics and write what you believe about them. but support them using God's word. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, have a blessed week.